You may already have one of these, and the most frightening part is that you don't even realize it yet. It doesn't begin with a dramatic collapse or a sudden warning siren. It starts quietly, almost invisibly, blending into your everyday routine until it feels normal. You wake up feeling a little more tired than usual, but you blame it on a long day, poor sleep, or stress. You climb a few stairs and feel slightly out of breath, but you tell yourself you're just out of shape. Life keeps moving, and so do you, ignoring the whispers your body is trying so desperately to send. This is how the most dangerous problems begin, not with pain that forces you to stop, but with subtle discomfort that you learn to live with. Imagine someone you know, someone who always said they were just a bit tired, brushing it off with a smile, never realizing that their heart was quietly struggling behind the scenes. The truth is, your body rarely lies, but your mind is incredibly skilled at making excuses. You convince yourself that everything is fine because accepting the possibility of something serious feels too heavy, too overwhelming. And so you delay, you ignore, you push forward, believing you have more time. But what if those small signs are not random? What if they are signals, carefully placed warnings asking for your attention before it's too late? Deep down, there is a voice inside you that knows when something isn't right, but it often gets buried under distractions, responsibilities, and denial. Today, you are not just watching a video, you are facing a mirror, one that reflects not only your habits but your awareness. Because the difference between ignoring a sign and recognizing it could be the difference between prevention and regret. As you move through your daily life, these quiet signals continue to appear, weaving themselves into moments you barely notice, yet they carry a message far more urgent than you think. Maybe it is the constant fatigue that no amount of rest seems to fix, the kind that sits deep within your body and makes even simple tasks feel heavier than they should. Or the slight swelling in your feet at the end of the day, something you dismiss as standing too long, never questioning why it keeps happening again and again. There is also that strange discomfort in your chest, not sharp enough to alarm you, but persistent enough to linger in the background, like a whisper you choose not to hear. And then comes the moment most people ignore, the one that feels harmless but holds a deeper truth, when you suddenly feel breathless while doing something you have done countless times before, something as simple as walking or talking, and you pause, confused, but quickly move on. This is where curiosity should begin, but instead, denial often takes over. You tell yourself it is nothing, that you are just tired, that tomorrow will be different. But tomorrow arrives, and the pattern repeats, slowly building a story your body is trying to tell. Think about how often we prioritize everything else over our own well-being, how we respond instantly to messages, deadlines, and expectations, yet delay listening to ourselves. It is not just about physical signs, it is about awareness, about recognizing that your body communicates in silence long before it screams. The real question is not whether these signs exist, but whether you are willing to truly notice them, to pause and reflect before they become impossible to ignore. There comes a moment in every life when awareness becomes a choice, when you either continue walking the same path of neglect or you decide to finally listen deeply and honestly to what your body has been trying to tell you all along. This is not about fear, it is about awakening, about realizing that your health is not something you fix later, but something you protect now in the smallest decisions you make every single day. The tiredness you ignored, the breath you struggled to catch, the discomfort you pushed aside, they were never meant to be permanent parts of your life. They were signals asking for care, for attention, for change. Imagine choosing differently from this moment forward, choosing to respect your limits, to seek answers instead of excuses, to treat your body as something valuable rather than something that will always keep going no matter what. Because the truth is it won't. And the cost of waiting is often far greater than the effort of acting early. Let this be the turning point where you stop dismissing what matters most and start embracing a mindset that values awareness, prevention, and self-respect. You are not powerless in this story. You are the one who decides whether these silent signs remain ignored or become the reason you change your direction. And maybe, just maybe, this realization is not coming too late, but exactly when you needed it most. If you are benefiting from our topics, please subscribe, like, and turn on the bell notification so you can see our new videos early.